So I found in Brazil it seems to be more fruits, and that's natural and that's right.
I can totally see how
Yeah,
that would
and
make
moving into
sense.
sours and variations of caipirinhas. Like we have, they called me up one day and they said, "Oh, we're doing a 3 lemon caipirinha." It's like, what, you mean putting 3 lemons in it? It's like, no, we got 3 different types of lemon. I was like, oh,
Irish lemon. I don't know.
Seriously, I got
I
concerned.
didn't know there was any more than one type of lemon.
I agree.
You want big ones and small ones.
That's when I came to New York and they said, you guys having a lime shortage in Brazil? It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Absolutely not. They were like 99 cents a lime.
Yes.
But then you get to New York, and if I'm right, New Yorkers have been more like into daiquiri style drinks. I think juleps.
More classic prohibition.
Classic prohibition, using vermouths and Camparis and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's really island cocktails because people want to relax and drink tiki, or there's, the prohibition.
Yeah.
There's the button-down cocktails. You go after work, you have your suit on, you want something sophisticated.
Or you want to have people see you drink.
And you have the seasonality also, which is something
Which is huge
like
in New York.
Because coming from Brazil, it's okay. We have winter, but our winter goes 5 degrees, Celsius. Which we drink hot
I've never
toddies.
seen 5 degrees in Brazil. I challenge you to say 5 degrees.
That's around
10 lowest.
45 degrees. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say so.
30 is 0, right? So
We swung 40 degrees in a day.
It's
Between
like,
night and
it's
day.
definitely weird.
so in Brazil we don't have the seasonality, but even though we drink hot toddies in winter, with cachaça with our winter, it's like when you go to New York, I think also or to the US, you have the seasonality factor, more boozy drinks, less boozy drinks, more like refreshing drinks.
Hotter, a lot more alcohol in the winter. And in the summer, there's still a lot more alcohol, but it's over a course of many different drinks.
Yeah.
And many different types of ice variations.
Much more diluted.
Not stirred. And in England, it's gone completely the other way. In England, we have and again, this is very different to France. In France, they've gone straight into the cocktail world, the rum, the tiki, because of the rum. Yeah, they've taken it to like that. The Italians, very like the Brazilians, the fruitiness, the fun drink, same sort of climate.
Sure.
The English, the boring English sometimes, we have a culture where we've got quite simple drinks because we already know what we're going to drink as we leave the office. What we're going to order at the pub. While in America, I think you have more of a culture of waiting to see what's on the menu and taking shit.
Which is kind of new, I think. I think cocktail culture over the last decade or so has definitely evolved to that point because so many places have their own cocktail.
And more accessible to so many more people.
And in that sense, I can say it's not only the US. Like coming from Brazil, I see the evolution in Brazil also.
Nice.
It's just like right now we're getting this cocktail called rabo de galo, which if you translate it, it's called cocktail. Literally that's how creative Brazil
I'll have a cocktail.
Yeah, and it's just like.
But to us, it sounds brilliant.
Yeah, I would order 3.
You wait till I get a big chicken walking down Bourbon Street. Shots. Then you're gonna really see what we do.
Yeah, cocktails. It's just like, what are you doing? Cocktail? What do you mean cocktail?
Cocktail.
What do you think I'm dressed up in the scene like this? It's like, just drink it, let me go. So it's just like, it's something which is growing, I feel like in Brazil and Europe, you can speak much better than I can. But
yeah, that's just saying in England. I mean, I think New York and London are probably the centres of cocktail culture, back from the Savoy cocktail book to 1930s to Jerry Thomas probably, on the
you get Dale DeGraff doing the...
Dale DeGraff, exactly that. But in England, what's really worked is the best culture is ginger. The simple serve, ginger ale, we're just calling it a jag and ginger. Yeah. But it's really working really well, and it needs to be simple. People quite often, as well as doing great cocktails, and that is really important, and we're in some of the best bars. There's also sometimes, when you're in a situation, people kind of want a quick drink, and especially the English are kind of a little bit like that. But then, of course, I'm going to the ECC, or you're going to Sexy Fish, or you're going to Happiness Forgets, and the cocktails are off the charts. So I think the UK, just as a general, are simpler, but there are so many great cocktail bars in London, and the versatility seems to be playing into our favour, very much so actually. Yeah.
So what type, besides the caipirinha, which I love a caipirinha, I just hate trying to remember how to type it. So I have to go to Google every time. Like if I make a caipirinha video or anything that mentions it, I can always go to Google and have it respell it because I just get too many A's and I's and whatever. But besides that cocktail, what is because that's what everybody knows. What's going to be the next thing that this is really going to shine with that can transport more? I mean, it really comes down to, look at a Moscow Mule. Moves tons of vodka. Caipirinhas, can move a lot of cachaça. What else? What's the next thing that can move a cachaça?
Different for different markets, I think.
In New York.
I feel like this. So, as we're talking, the category is something completely new. So it's just it's already a geeky category if you believe in it.
Totally. Yeah.
So how can you introduce that? Let's put to the end customer, in a way which is he's not gonna feel like scared about it. You know, he's not gonna feel intimidated by it. Basically, I think a lot of things which we have seen in New York in terms of like Moscow Mule and stuff like that. It's like make a twist of a classic using cachaça.
Yeah.
Because Hamilton also always has a phrase about if you have a good spirits, it's
Well, you got
if you have a good base spirit, how do you say it?
I can't remember this phrase, but it's like cooking.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like cooking, you know. If I'm making a beef bourguignon and I put in a Chateau Latour, it's going to taste better.
Right. Use the best
base
price.
ingredients are going to make a better cocktail every time.
Exactly. So it's just like if you're gonna introduce the end customer, just like introduce it inside a classic, you know, like a bit of
Like a
like
dagger.
cachaça.
I was thinking that
It's
Negroni
to me,
Oh,
this
Negroni.
screams
I never would have
dagger.
thought of that.
Oh, Negroni.
I love Negroni.
Negroni?
Easy.
Okay, well
easy
not me,
straight.
but he's a big guy.
The original mojito was
Yeah.
made with cachaça, not with
Okay.
rum.
Not with rum.
So then that's
Cachaça
like,
predecesses rum, and that's
It's made
what they
by,
say. It's
so it's a caipirinha with mint.
That's what I say, yeah.
Pretty much, right.
Absolutely.
Like a little club soda.
because the funny thing is, most of the spirits start as medicines. You know, like
Yeah.
the
I'm feeling
caipirinha,
you.
for example. It's like
It's working.
Yeah, it's only day 2.
Yeah, wait till Saturday. Yeah.
then you really feel healed. It's like the original caipirinha. There was garlic inside of it,
really?
lime, honey.
Honey.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's like a medicine. You know, and you can find that anywhere in Brazil. It's just like, you know.
That's cool.
I can speak for Europe that the Jag and Ginger is really doing very, very well.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just it's quick, everyone has access, everyone likes ginger ale. It works with all variants, whether it's the cheap ginger ales or the best ones, like up at the Fever Tree sort of level, Fentimans, and just a massive, you know, lemon wedge or horse's neck, and it just cuts it really.
A what? The horse's neck?
Yeah, it's
We made the horse's neck. Maybe we didn't.
that's when you get the whole lime, so rather than just like a zest, you go the whole thing goes right up the thing. So just make sure you got that little citrus touch. But that's the one that's really working well. And the other simple one, which is really working well, I mean, from a consumer perspective, is coconut water and honey.
Oh, okay.
Really refreshing. The organic,
Hydrating.
hydrating. The
So that's a
organic.
poolside type drink.
Yeah, totally. And
That way you don't drown.
well,
that's not
you
bad.
might
Yeah,
have a couple.
yeah,
You
a
might.
couple.
But
I was gonna say, Andrew, just on that aspect, is it's like, because when we're talking about New York and everything, New York is really diverse. You know, in the sense it's like a melting pot. So like some places we see like the Aperol with cachaça and tonic water works really well.
Sweet and bitter.
It's kind of like Americano almost.
absolutely. Throw a little bit. There's a place called Frenchie in London, and they've got exactly that. It's sort of Yaguara spirits, but it's a little bit of pineapple juice as well in it, and it's banging.
Nice, that tropical smell.
Simple and
Up on the
delicious.
place, the coconut water also one. It's like it's a killer. The ginger ale, you know, it's just like people like really enjoy that. It's like and cider also. One thing
Cider
I like,
works.
especially for winter. It's like
This will blow your mind.
That sounds like a Ukrainian thing, because I mean,
no,
the
crazy-
vodka and apple juice or apple cider that they drink, right? Is this correct? Where
Um,
did I hear
no,
this?
I haven't been to Ukraine. It's kind
I've
of
been to
maybe a Russian
Russia.
it's all a little bit dodgy that side of Europe
Okay.
right now, so I'm staying over there. But the craziest one, and it's so versatile. I mean, it's very, you want to be able to pin it in. I think Jag and Ginger or ginger using ginger syrups and stuff is probably about as pinned in as you should get. But it's actually it's the versatility of it, and the thing that really showed this to me is that we did a Guinness Flip with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking to.
It's crazy. I was sitting there with
Sounds delicious. I love it.
Richard Hunter and Jen Franco Spada, who do work with us in London, and they've got so much. Like, let's do a Guinness Flip. Like, a Guinness Flip with white cachaça. I mean, I might have understood it on the aged version,
Right.
but yeah, that Coco Lopez, a couple of vanilla pods, Guinness, full egg, long shake, and.
You're adding vanilla
Ne-
pod, so that's a very expensive cocktail.
Well, take the vanilla pod out and just leave a Coco Lopez in there, then. And then nutmeg it on the top if you got some to hand. But it's awesome, and
sounds good.
I just never thought it could go there, and yet still do the caipirinha and the sour. Lots of sours actually.
That's a lot of range.
Lot of sours in the UK, because they're refreshing, they're
Very
easy,
much so.
very presentable.
They go down so
Quickly.
So quickly.